Good morning from Ceuta. Welcome back. We're back here in Ceuta. Sadly, my time here has come to an end. Really enjoyed the day that I was here yesterday. Really nice place, really friendly people. But it's time to move on. And today we're going to be moving on in a particularly exciting way. We are going to be crossing the land border between here and Morocco, and we're going to be going to Tangier. The intro, this is a really heavily fortified border. It's a key part in the route that migrants will take coming up from Africa into Europe, and therefore means that it's quite heavily policed, armed, and talked about, really. It's in the news fairly frequently.
As many as 6,000 migrants from Morocco, including around 1,500 minors, swam into the Spanish city of Ceuta on Monday and Tuesday, according to the country's interior ministry. Footage from local Faro TV channel showed soldiers in armoured vehicles rushing to the beach as hundreds of potential migrants stood on the Moroccan side of the fence.
But all of that being said, it is significantly more dangerous crossing from Morocco to Ceuta and the EU than it is the other direction. That being said, I'm really looking forward to seeing what comes of it, really. So we will start our journey now. I'm gonna hop in a cab to the border because it's only a couple of miles, and I discovered yesterday the taxis here are very affordable. I figured, as I don't know how long this border crossing is going to take, probably better to grab myself a big water before we set off. Don't want a potential situation where I'm waiting for a couple of hours in the Moroccan side and I haven't got any access to water in the heat. It's not that hot yet, it's only 9 o'clock in the morning, but apparently this afternoon in Tangier it's going to be 37 degrees Celsius, which is going to be incredibly hot, especially because it's really humid and muggy down here. This is what Ceuta's like this morning. It's very cloudy and quite hazy. So I'm going to grab a taxi from just by there and we're going to go to the border. Okay, right, well, we've been dropped off at the border. This is it. This is the border on the Spanish side. So taxis will drop you by there. Buses also drop you by there as well. And then we're going to go through here. I have been warned that they are quite anti-photography or cameras, so let's see how much I can actually film from going through here. This should be the easier one because this is just leaving the EU. Gracias.
Buenos días.
Well, that's part one sorted. This is what this... So that's where they check all the cars. We'll go through here. And I presume that we will just walk down this sort of walkway till we get to Morocco. Well, I didn't think there'd be any issues with that Spanish side, if I'm honest. All you're doing is leaving the EU like you do going anywhere. It was exactly the same as coming from La Linea to Gibraltar. Exactly the same process. Let's try and enter Morocco. Tangier. Shukran. This. Come on. Hello. It's not. It's closed? Yeah, it's closed. It's not working. Yeah, did not like the camera. Went into a little office and then basically just told the fella that it was for me making holiday videos and stuff. He thought I might be a journalist, but I told him I wasn't. And now we're walking down here. I got my Morocco stamp. So we're into Morocco. Am I pushing it a bit filming here? Probably. The long walk to Morocco. A real long corridor, this. Bloody hell, this is endless. I do wonder if I had a slightly bigger camera than my GoPro, whether I'd have been allowed through with my footage. I suspect probably not. And this is what it looks like on this side. Tons of police everywhere, loads of taxis as well, and there is absolutely no access to the water whatsoever. If you look over here, all of it's fenced off, presumably to try and stop people from rushing over the border. But it is a bit crazy. Okay, so just jumping in a taxi now here, straight from the border to Tangier. Got a direct one for 300 dirhams. Loads of taxis around here. I think the go-to thing is to get a taxi to Fnidek and then get a bus or a shared taxi from there. But do you know what? 300 Moroccan is, I bet, like 24 quid. The drive is going to be like an hour. Like, I'm quite happy to pay that. I'm probably overpaying, but it is what it is. So this is our last glimpse of the border area. And then we will go to Tangier. Well, as you can see here, we've just got in the taxi and we're leaving the border area. If you look on the left of the picture, you can see those fences that stretch across the entire beachfront here, protecting the border from people trying to cross. The police presence doesn't stop there though. As you can see, there's police vans every like 100 meters or so, all the way down this road as we're going towards the town of Fnidek, away from the border. How long to Tangier?
Huh?
How long to Tangier? 1 hour? It's okay.
C'est pas en français?
Ah oui.
Ah ouais. 1h20 minutes.
Okay. Oui.
Ça dépend. Parce qu'il y a des barrages.
Okay.
Il y a du contrôle.
Ah, ok.
Ouais.
Okay,
c'est pour cela.
Ok.
C'est 1 heure.
Ah oui, c'est bon.
Ouais.
Merci. Et 300 dirhams.
Hein?
300
Ouais,
dirhams.
mais le prix est 400. Mais
Ok.
le prix c'est 400.
Oui, c'est ok.
Ouais.
C'est bon.
C'est bon pour toi, c'est pas,
Oui.
C'est pas pour moi.
D'accord. D'accord.
Parce que je rentre là-bas le 5 heures.
Ah.
Oh, le pas de nuit.
Oui.
Le 5 heures de soir. Donc, quelle heure est-il?
9.
9 heures. خمسة ستة سبعة ثمانية تسعة 10 11 12 واحد جوج ثلاثة أربعة خمسة ستة سبعة ثمانية 17 heures.
Oh.
Ouais.
Oui.
Et à la fin, le client, elle vient, il n'y a pas d'argent.
Oui, oui, d'accord.
Le 7, le mois 8. Vous avez télévision.
Okay, we just had to stop because he needs to get like authorization to leave the like state. Kind of makes sense. So we're just in this like car park basically. Some fellas setting up their stalls. This is Fnidek. This is the town that I would have come to if we got the short taxi and then the bus or shared taxi up to Tangier. But I kind of want to spend the day in Tangier today. That's kind of why I went for this option, just because I know I'm going to get there really quickly. He reckons it's like an hour and a quarter to get up to Tangier, which I don't think is too bad. And then that'll kind of free up the rest of my day to spend in Tangier. I kind of forgot that you gain an hour back, so I left my hotel in Ceuta at 9 this morning and crossed the border and it was before 9 and it really confused me. And then I remembered. We're just coming past Tangier Med port. It's quite a way actually from Tangier, but this is where if you go on like cruises or most of the ferries stop here from like Algeciras and stuff, this is the alternative destination and it is huge. Well, I've put this clip of going past the port here at Tangier Med. I've had to speed it up because it was so big. The clip itself would have been about 3 minutes long and no one wants to sit and watch a port out of a car window for 3 minutes, so I've sped it up and it's still such a long time passing this port. It is enormous, and this is just the cargo part of it. The sort of ferries, they're from a different section. Just by there is the where you get the ferries from. I think it's got like a train station and stuff as well. So it's fairly well connected. If you are arriving here this way, it's pretty easy to connect. It should be pretty smooth sailing from here, really. These are all like fairly new, well-maintained motorways, really. Well, for some reason or another, my driver decided to come off the motorway at this point, and we decided to go along the coastal road towards Tangier. It was quite nice, it was very scenic, and I'm assuming it probably avoided some kind of tolls, which I don't really blame him for. Well, we've been pulled at a checkpoint, and they're going through my driver's documents quite thoroughly. Not sure how long this will take. Let's wait and see. Well, they're not happy about something, are they? Okay, we've been here like 10-15 minutes. I don't really know what's going on now. It's getting quite aggressive out there with a couple of other cars. I don't really know what's going on. I think he's had to pay a fine. I'm not sure what the note is though. That's the only thing. I feel a bit bad for him if he's been stitched up, but then also if he's driving without insurance or something, then that's on him. Some of them are quite angry though, so I don't really want to get caught filming. I'm wondering if it's speeding, maybe. Not sure. Well, after about 45 minutes waiting, we're back underway. Turns out it was for speeding. They said he did 70 in a 60 zone and he had to pay a fine. Just coming to the outskirts of Tangier. Right, well, we made it. This is Tangier. The train station's by there. There's some fancy hotels around here. So I just figured this was an easy place to get dropped off. This is Tangier. Tangier. This is where this video will end now. By here, in central Tangier. I'll end this video. That was crossing the border into Morocco. It was a big fuss over nothing in the end, really. For me, anyway. I'm sure if you were trying to do it the other direction with a different passport, I don't think it would have gone that smoothly. But that is the way of the world, and that is, well, sadly how it works. So we will leave this video here before I get run over crossing the road, and I'll see you next time.